Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, rule well, and a great example to the younger brothers in the truth, and peace and blessing to the hopeful elect, and Lord willingness is edifying. This is 2nd Exodus, chapter 15, and verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith Yahweh, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Fear not the imagination against thee, and let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Behold, saith Yahweh, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. And all this is self-explanatory, you know. Therefore saith Yahweh, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. And therefore, saith Yahweh, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. Behold, my people are led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and I will destroy the land thereof. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plagues and the punishment, that Yahweh shall bring upon it. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fail through the blasting of hell, and with a fearful constellation. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another with swords in their hand. Now let's go to the video. That's lucky. And it's off the brother page, GMS Sober, Yasharala. Let's play this video.
This may look like the US Army is on the streets, but in fact these are militiamen with their own alarming agenda. We were witnesses to this extraordinary development, a major US city in the hands of self-confident and heavily armed militias, with police and civic leaders nowhere to be seen. It was a brazen show of strength with an unmistakable message that there are new sheriffs in town.
Rioting and burning and looting is not going to answer that question.
Angry Viking is a militia commander who told me he wants dialogue.
And we're here just to protect the building. That's it. And we're here to do this. Meet and talk.
You was gonna allow it to happen.
But that dialogue quickly descended into furious arguments. Black Lives Matter activists, who have held a vigil here for 100 days, say the militias are a pure provocation.
Tired, exhausted, worn out. What else do you want me to say?
Do you think it'll end up as a fight?
Yes. People are going to die, bro. People are going to die. I don't know who's going to be.
Which militia are you from?
Many of these disparate groups
Which militia are you from?
had no interest in identifying
Excuse me,
themselves.
sir. Which militia are you from?
We are all Americans here. We're all Americans here. We're all here for the same. We're all here actually against you is what we're here against.
You're impeding me from moving my group that way right now, are you not?
No,
Yes, you are.
I'm asking you what you're doing here on the streets of this city.
Well, first off, you're not American.
One of the most bizarre features here is this mosaic of different groups. We've got protesters, counter-protesters, we've got militias, we've got other armed groups who refuse to identify themselves. All of it is a recipe for confusion on the streets of Louisville and potentially for chaos.
I'm not going to bring a knife to a gunfight, sir.
And here's the danger. Americans are arming up. Nadia Ford, a grandmother, arrived here with multiple weapons to confront the white militia.
We've tried peaceful for years upon years, and it has gotten us nowhere. They murder us for being peaceful. So only when we stand up do they maybe take us seriously. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to stand up against this hate in America.
Eventually, some police did break cover, and this civil rights lawyer, heavily armed himself, said his aim was to run the militias out of town amid multiple threats to his life.
They said they're going to blow out the back of my brains and they'll find out where I live, etc.,
So
etc.
where is America that a lawyer has to walk the streets with body
Thank
armor,
you.
a pistol and a long arm?
Thank you. Well, because I'm going to defend myself and I'm not going to be shot down in the streets.
America's militias are emboldened at this volatile moment, emerging out of the shadows in a way I have never seen before.
When I move you to the street, you will load your weapon. Move!
A few miles up the road, we saw a whole new phenomenon.
Y'all say you soldiers?
An African-American militia with hundreds of troops. They have a black nationalist
Hand
agenda.
on the shoulder of the person in front of you.
It's as much a cult
All right, take.
as a military formation.
This is the NFAC militia. It is well organized and quasi-military. It also proves a militia does not have to be white and right-wing.
Lock the roof! Lock the roof!
As hundreds of their armed followers march through a residential suburb,
I'll call in reinforcements.
we glimpse their mysterious leader. Known as Grandmaster Jay, he is a charismatic but enigmatic figure.
Move! 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 Clear out!
Fearing assassination, his bodyguards surround him at every moment.
Jay's moving back, y'all. Jay's moving back.
What is clear is that these militias have a new swagger. While the election campaign gathers pace, other forces are showing they will fill the security void after this long summer of protests and violence. Robert Moore, News at 10, in Louisville, Kentucky.
They going down out there. Don't nobody know what the fuck going on. You matter of fact, I'm gonna just keep going. It say I'm gonna start back at 14. Woe to the world, 2nd Ezra 15 and 14. Woe unto the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up and fight against another with swords in their hand. For there shall be sedition among men, invading one another. And they shall not regard their kings nor their princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their own power, man. It wasn't no police officers out there, wasn't nothing out there, man. You know. But militia groups, protesters, and goddamn, you know, just people. And then it was a whole bunch of confusion because it was several different groups, man. Everybody out there for a different cause. That's why this place is called Babylon the Great, man. The land of great confusion. It ain't this side against that side. You know, you got. That's why the apostle Tahar said it ain't gonna be just one big. It's not gonna be one big race war, man. Whites against blacks. No, you gonna have white people fighting with black people. You gonna have, you know, it's just gonna be a whole bunch of. It's really gonna be a civil war, man. You know, these people gonna rise up against the government, especially if they let something happen to Trump. These people, Edomites, are gonna lose their mind, and they gonna rise up against the government, man. You know. But I ain't gonna talk too much. Let's get into Isaiah 19 and 1. It say, the burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come unto Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence. And the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. And real quick, let's prove that this is Egypt. Because the Lord say, two scriptures real quick. Let's go to Deuteronomy 28 and 6 to 8. The Lord say he gonna carry us into Egypt again with ships. This Deuteronomy chapter 28 and 6 to 8, it say, and Yahweh shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships by the way whereof I spake of thee. You know, and you don't need ships to take Israelites from, to Egypt, man. If you come from the west coast of Africa, you can walk. You won't walk probably, but it'll take a long time. But you don't need no ship. You know, if you was to go from Egypt, from Jerusalem, where we originally came from, you don't need a ship. You can walk, man. You know, horseback, camelback, however you choose to travel. You know, and then it say and Yahweh shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. And the place where we came on ships was to the Americas, man. You know, ultimately we came to North America, but we was taking to South and Central America as well, in the islands, you know. But the main captivity is America, Babylon the Great, you know. By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again, and there you shall be sold unto your enemy for bondmen and bondwomen. Yeah, on auction blocks, man. You know, it's heavily documented of us coming here on slaves being sold for bondmen and bondwomen on auction blocks, man. The triangular slave trade, man, basically consists of the Americas, man. America, North America at that, man. It say, and no man shall buy you, and that no man shall buy you going to no man shall redeem you. You know, none of our leaders, so-called leaders, rose up and delivered us, man. You know, they always put to death, man, and we still here in the hands of our enemies. All right, now let me go to because this place is not literal Egypt. It's a spiritual Egypt, man. Let's go to Revelation 11 and 8. It reads, and their dead bodies shall lie in the street of that great city. America is that great city, which is spiritually called Sodom in Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified. Now, we know the Lord wasn't literally crucified here, but he was X'd out, man. You know, he was X'd out here. But this place is called spiritually Sodom in Egypt, you know, and that's America, Babylon the Great, man. All right, now let me go back to where I was. Verse 2, Isaiah 19 and verse 2. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. The Lord said he's going to set the Americans, basically the Americans against the Americans. And they shall fight one against another. And they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof. And they shall seek to the idols and the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to wizards. And the Egyptians will I give over into the hands of a cruel lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, saith Yahweh, the Lord of hosts. And the waters shall fail from the sea, and the water shall fail from the sea, and the rivers shall be wasted and dried up. You know, and pretty much the main point is the Lord say on verse 2, man. You know, that's the main point. He gonna set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, man. We know during the time of Isaiah, they wasn't talking about no Egyptians, man. Isaiah was in the Babylonian captivity, you know, and it's symbolic for America, man. You know, He was prophesying. Let's see. This second Exodus chapter 9 and verse 1, it say, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that it is that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end, the end is manifest. So the end is here, man. Ain't nobody get shot, ain't nobody die. But the simple fact is that they out there, man. How they is, man. That's what it's gonna lead to, though, man. This second Exodus chapter 13. And verse, I start at 29. It say, behold, the days come when the Most High will begin to deliver them that dwell upon earth. Who? The elect, man, of the nation of Israel. You Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man, who have repented and came back to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. You're not calling yourself a Negro, Latino, or Native American anymore. You calling yourself by the prospective tribe that you believe you came from, because we don't know what tribes we are. We just know we Israelites, man. That's why the Lord told us, be not caught up in endless genealogy, man. The Spirit bear witness, letting us know that we are the Israelites, man. But we prescribing ourselves to Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Ephraim, Gad, Naphtali, Reuben, Simeon, Manasseh. We prescribing to our prospective tribes that we believe our fathers are, man. And we going from there, man. And when we get in the chariots in the kingdom, we'll know exactly who we are, what our lineage go back to, who we were. We gonna know everything, man. But right now we just focused on getting there, man. The Lord is coming to restore all things. It say, behold, the days come, verse 29 again. Behold, the days come when the Most High will begin to deliver them that dwell upon the earth. And he shall come to the astonishment of them that dwell on earth. And one shall undertake and fight against another, one city against another, one place against another, one people against another, and one realm against another. So, hey, the time's coming to where it's going to be nothing but woe, man. Nothing but woe, man. Nothing but death, destruction, violence. Matter of fact, I got another one. And that's why the Lord say, let's get it, man. Second Exodus chapter 16 and verse 30, I want to say. It may be 33. Verse 33, it say, the virgin shall mourn, having no bridegrooms, and the women shall mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. In the wars, because you're going to have World War III jumping off. You're going to have Civil War jumping off. Because, hey, Esau is going to rise up against the government when they come with these vaccines. When they come with the chips. When they come trying to destroy the American way. Oh, man. Esau gonna rise up like a motherfucker against FEMA and the UN troops, man. Esau gonna be bumping, man. These people love the American way, man. These patriots and shit. Especially if something happened to Trump, man. They gonna go all out, man. We don't know on that tip, but they could set up a false flag and try to do something to Trump, you know, and fake his death or whatever they do, man. We don't know, man. You know, we just riding it out, and we gonna keep teaching the word, man, until the famine come, man. But the point is, in the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. That's why the scriptures let you know, man, 7 women shall take hold on 1 man, because a lot of people finna die, man. A lot of men gonna die. A lot of women gonna die. A lot of children finna die. Old grandmama, granddaddy, big mama, little mama, whatever you want to call them, man. If the Lord don't see fit for you to survive this, man, you're gonna perish, man. You know? And whatever don't die by the sword, the nuke's gonna clean it up, man. The other sword, the wet, glittering, glistening, gleaming sword, man. Those horrible stars that's gonna fall upon America, man. You know? But it's finna get terrible, and it's finna get real in the field, man. You know? So, hey, repent. Come back to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai. You know, the prophecies are speaking, man. Loud and clear. We don't have time to take no break, man. We can't take a year off and get a healthy marriage, man. You know? We gonna keep prophesying, man. You know, so with that, Lord willing, it was edifying. And I want to end it with this again. 2nd Exodus chapter 15 and verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Lord willing, this edifying. Shalom. Kwam Yashala and the Baba.